You're listening to One of a Kind Milwaukee, a podcast. I'm Angela, your host. I know it's been a minute. I apologize. I also apologize for my voice because, as you can tell, it's a little bit hoarse. I've been traveling. I came back from my travels with allergies, horrible asthma. I was in DC and the blossoms were blossoming. They're gorgeous, but when you have all-around allergies like myself and are exposed to new pollen-related allergies, not so fun. Needless to say, it hit towards the end of my travels. I was there for a work conference, but it's affecting my breathing, my voice, so apologies. Thankfully, majority of today's episode is going to be an interview that was already recorded, so you won't have to deal with my voice too much, and hopefully it heals up by the time the next episode takes place. So I know this is the first episode for March. I apologize. As I always like to say, I've been busy doing all the things, and honestly, I have. There's been a lot of content that I've been working on. My master calendar on my back wall here has a lot planned. Again, it's kind of hidden if you're watching on the camera view side, but I'm really excited for a lot that's on the docket, if you will. Not only do I have a lot of giveaways coming up with some amazing businesses, one currently taking place right now for Mother's Day. So this can be something that if you yourself are a mom, you can self-nominate, or you can nominate your own mother. You can nominate a mom friend. This is a great giveaway. You can find it on Instagram and Facebook. It's a reel, and this is a partnership with Root Salon in Wauwatosa, Kind Milwaukee, which they do permanent jewelry, and then Rooted and Wild photography. And this package is going to be for one lucky winner. They're going to get a 30-minute photo session. And this can be like a mommy and me, like mini or adult. So maybe you nominated your own mother and you want to do some nice photos with your mom. And then you and your mom can, or your little, can get permanent bracelets from Kind Milwaukee, also located in Wauwatosa in the village area off of Harwood. And that bracelet can also include one charm each, so you can do like matching ones, or maybe you want to do like a first initial or something like that, or like a birthstone. Lots of fun options there. And then Root Salon is going to do mom's hair and makeup for the photo shoot. So in the details, you'll see the dates available for said photo shoot. So we really wanted to make it very transparent. There's lots of options, mind you, for the photo shoot, but we wanted to kind of put out there the potential dates and everything to make sure that you'd be available. So maybe you want to nominate your mom who isn't normally in town, but maybe she's in town for those dates. And you know what? If you or her are the lucky winner, awesome, So full details, again, are going to be on social media for those. So I'm so happy to partner with these three great businesses for this amazing, amazing giveaway. Without further ado, though, we are going to go into the interview here so I can rest my vocals. I'm so excited. We have the next Fit Mix segment, and that is going to be with Healium Hot Yoga, and they are located in West Allis, neat little spot just over by the West Allis Farmers Market, if you're familiar with that location. So once that farmers market is open, you could enjoy some yoga and then walk on over and get some fresh produce, a nice little beverage or something to eat after, so you can make a whole day of it if you wanted to. So let's listen in on this interview.
I've kind of been in the fitness and yoga industry for a long time, and I was inspired to do something in my own neighborhood in Bayview, Milwaukee.
Okay.
And I just kind of wanted to branch off and do something where I could be a little bit more creative and do my own thing.
Yeah.
I guess that was the original Rooted beginnings of it.
Okay,
but
so
it's evolved.
So Bayview was like that first
Yep.
location
Mhm.
then? Okay,
Yep.
great.
Mhm.
And we're at the West Allis
Yep,
location
correct.
here.
Mhm.
So So what's the story behind the name Helium Hot Yoga?
Well, the first spot that we opened in, which is not the one we're in Bayview now,
Okay.
was a small little location tucked behind our friends that own Helium Massage and Wellness.
Okay.
And they had invited me to come and open up a little yoga studio. And that was in 2013. And I took on the opportunity. And so we were partnered together the first year, and then we realized that they ran the massage part and I ran the yoga part, and we didn't really necessarily need to blend the two. So we did separate the businesses, and I became Healium Hot Yoga, and they maintained Healium Massage and Wellness.
Okay.
And then over the course of the next year and a half, we kind of outgrew that space and then moved to a second location before we moved to our final location, which is in Bayview,
Okay.
which is where we're at now, currently there.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
So a couple moves.
Yeah. And then how does hot yoga differ from traditional yoga? Are there any, I'm sure, unique additional benefits to doing hot
Sure.
yoga?
Yeah. The yoga itself, depending on where you go, is going to be yoga, that you can see anywhere. So, I mean, there's different iterations, variations, and styles that people will call yoga. So it really can depend on, where you're going, what you're doing. For our purposes, we generally stick with vinyasa flow for our heated yoga. And the difference is the room is just heated, which I find to be personally more comfortable. Your body warms up a little bit more. I love the sweat factor. It feels good to me, it's very cleansing. I don't know that there's any real scientific proof behind that, but it feels really good and makes me drink more water and feel hydrated. The benefits of being in the heat can be that your body is warmer and can stretch a little bit deeper. It can be that extra challenge that helps you focus a little bit more. Your blood moves a little bit more rapidly through the body when it's warmer, so you get more of the health benefits possibly from the blood and nutrients surging through your system more. And again, I just like that good feeling of a big sweat after the work. Yeah,
absolutely.
So at our main studio, and even at this West Allis location, we have like gently heated vinyasa classes. So it can really depend on the teacher. But they can be a little bit more rigorous at times. Definitely always start slow and then amp up with a little work in the middle, and then and we take it down near the end. But every class that we do is very focused on you take it at your own pace. So open to all levels. But vinyasa is the primary class that we do at a lot of our studios, and then for some of the branches off, we have like a power vinyasa flow, which is going to be a little bit more fitness inspired. We do a lunge crunch, which we have it's like an ab focus, fitness inspired flow. At our Restore studio, we have non-heated yoga, which can go from like a slow vinyasa to more meditative stuff. And then we offer quite a few yin classes and restorative classes there, workshops on different specialities that we have to offer in the yoga world. And then at our HIT studio, it's our fitness focused stuff. So we do high intensity interval training classes done in the heat. There's two styles that we do there. One is a little bit more cardio focused with weights. And then the other one is called our strong sculpt, which we work on slowing down a little bit more and emphasis on using heavier weights if you're comfortable doing that. Both done to a lot of our classes are done to music that are playlists that are curated by the teachers. So it's a lot of fun because every teacher brings in their own kind of spirit and energy that way.
I noticed with the playlist today even. I was like, oh, this is different.
Yeah, totally.
I like this.
That's something we really enjoy a lot. So
I have done yoga for years, but never like this, and still found myself, challenged at points, but you want to be challenged.
Totally.
Still,
I think it'd be boring if you weren't. But we definitely want to encourage people to honor themselves in the space. You never know what you're capable of unless you try. So having opportunities to do something that maybe is a little bit out of your comfort zone is not bad. But also, there's a moment for everything, right? And some days you come in and you just need to be in the space and breathe. And that's what you need. And that's okay too.
Are there any memorable stories or testimonials from any of the students?
Well, I would say the thing that pops in my mind first is that we have had a great fortune of having a lot of our staff gone through our teacher training, and then they started as our students. So a big chunk of the people that now are part of the Healium team, have been part of the Healium team
That's great.
for a very long time. Some of them from the very beginning of when we started. So that's really cool. So it's really helped us build, this wonderful community and kind of family.
Yeah.
So
that's
the thing
really
that sticks out the
nice.
most, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then do you teach classes too?
Yeah. I teach yoga and then at the HIIT studio.
Okay, so how long have you been teaching then?
I've been teaching yoga for about 15 years.
Okay.
And then I've been doing stuff in the fitness industry for about 25 years, which makes me feel very old. But yes.
Okay.
Quite some time.
And then of your classes, what would you say is your favorite one to teach?
Oh, I love teaching the power hour for yoga, and then at the HIIT studio that's my jam.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then as a student in a class, what's your favorite one?
The power hour.
Okay.
And the HIIT studio.
Yeah, that's
I love the spirited stuff.
Yeah.
What are your future plans for Healium Hot Yoga? Are there any classes?
I'm working on something at the HIIT studio that I haven't really totally launched yet, but that's it's a spirited, fun kind of cardio-based class. That's the biggest thing. I feel like, the pandemic's been done for, some time, but it just took so long to recover from that. And then we've grown and opened up a couple locations since then. So I feel like we're finally in a place where we can just embrace what we have and kind of put our energy and work into helping it grow stronger and reinforcing the communities within what we have. So that's kind of where I'm at this moment, but anything could change at any moment. You just never know.
Keep that out. And then you're involved in the community as well for classes. I know it was mentioned that you have a class taking place at Oak. Right?
Yeah, we do. We do our best to partner with a lot of our local business friends all the time. It's one of our favorite things to do. So, Sarah does punk rock yoga at X-Ray Arcade, which is like a rock venue in Cudahy. We started working with Oak Brewing, which is right next door to us in West Allis, to do events there. We've done stuff at Cactus Club. We partner with restaurants. We've done outdoor festivals and stuff. Just really, we like to get out and then share and support our small businesses. It's very important to us. Yeah.
I have to say, I like that you have the gentle option, because I feel like having just hot yoga was intimidating to me. A lot of that,
it can be.
Ooh, can I handle that? And, or
and sometimes you don't want to be killed with the heat.
Things like that.
You just want it to feel good.
So this was perfect, or a good way to introduce yourself to it. I feel too, if you've been kind of considering
yeah, I agree.
I want to do it, but I'm not sure. So yes, it was
good. I'm glad.
Way to
That's wonderful.
Ease into it. If you could give one piece of advice to someone new to hot yoga, what would it be?
Just hydrate super well before class. That's important. And after. Sometimes you get a little bit of headache when you're still getting used to working in the heat. You want to it's nice to have a towel, maybe some water to sip on, but you don't want to drink a lot of water during class because it can make you feel a little nauseous. So being hydrated beforehand is key. And then just know that you can take breaks. You don't have to do it all. Everyone feels differently in the heat. I suffer more in the cold than I do in the heat, but you do acclimate and it gets easier over time. But you'll always have your challenging days. So just hydration really is the biggest thing.
And then how can the listeners learn more about Healium?
Definitely you can go to our website, healiumhotyoga.com, and it's HEALIUM hotyoga.com for all of our listings of wonderful workshops. We have a yoga teacher training, our community events and our classes at all the different studios, our social media. We post all of that stuff there as well, Healium Hot Yoga. We have also Healium Restore, Healium HIIT, and then Healium West Allis, so 4 locations where you can take classes. Basically on those platforms are probably your best.
Perfect. And I'll make sure to put those in the show notes too, so I can easily find that. And then is there anything else that you'd like to share?
Just that we really wouldn't exist if we didn't have the support of our community and then the wonderful staff that we have at Healium that keeps us going. Everyone that does this job is not doing it because you make $1 million doing it. They do it because they love it, and they bring so much passion. And even on their most challenging days, they still show up. And then even on students' most challenging days, to have them show up is just a testament to how committed people really are. And that support is what fuels us. And we're very, very fortunate to have it. So grateful. Nice to have you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you again to Healium Hot Yoga for hosting myself and my guests. It was a great experience. I really felt the stretches, especially the next day. As she noted, you definitely can stretch your body a lot further having already warmed up. And that is something that I didn't realize since I personally have practiced yoga, I'd say easily at least 10 years, but have never actually tried hot yoga before. So I did really like that, and definitely plan on giving it a go again. Probably still gentle yoga for myself, but I know that my friend really enjoys the actual normal temp hot yoga, and she plans on going back when her mom is in town because that's something that they used to do back in Washington together. So she was excited to find a place close by to check out. So again, thank you so much, Healium Hot Yoga, for hosting the podcast. Up next, I just want to go into kind of what's coming up. So again, this will probably be the only March episode. With that though, lots of episodes in April. So I may have dropped the ball in March, but let me tell you, I think there might be an episode every single Monday in April. So that being said, stay tuned for a lot to come. Girls Weekend is happening. It is coming up. Girls Weekend is happening again, and it is happening at the end of March. Thank you to Renaissance Milwaukee West for being the next Girls Weekend segment. Super excited to bring the girls for a one-night stay at the Renaissance Milwaukee West, located in Wauwatosa. And we're going to have some fun themes again. 2 of the themes are going to be Think Pink. That's what all the girls are going to arrive in. And then our evening theme is going to be That's That Me Espresso. Say that 10 times fast. So imagine what you will for those themes. And then we're going to, showcase how you can have some fun in the hotel room. And then, of course, for the evening, we're going to enjoy a wonderful dinner at Elder and Rhyme, which is located conveniently within the Renaissance Milwaukee West Hotel. And very much so looking forward to having dinner there. Been there for brunch before, and brunch was amazing. So can only assume that dinner is going to be great as well. So greatly looking forward to that. And also partnering with other businesses in the Wauwatosa area too, because when you're staying at a hotel, there's so much that you can do. Maybe you're there for a conference, maybe you're staying there because you're visiting family in town, but remember there's other businesses that you can explore as well. Maybe you want to do some activities, like play some games, grab some bar bites and other beverages. Dave & Buster's is just down the street, and they just did a great rebranding. So that's a great place to check out. Want to get your crafty side going? Creative Fire is located on North Avenue, just a couple miles away. They do workshops and classes. They also have a retail front. Want to grab breakfast with some robots that'll deliver your food? You can head on over to Golden Nest over in the Mayfair collection. So I have a few more businesses that we'll be sharing as well, but thank you to those that have partnered with us additionally. Of course, we can't hit them all just in one night, but looking forward to sharing those, and stay tuned because this is going to be a part of a giveaway. So one lucky follower, listener, will have a chance to win one of the Girls Weekend giveaway bags that all the girls get during the weekend. So if you followed along with Girls Weekend Brookfield Edition, all the girls got goodie bags, and it had some items from local Brookfield businesses, and decided going forward, I want to spread that to listeners and followers. So super excited that the businesses were excited as well to pass along the love and share the goodie bag items with followers and listeners. So we'll share live onto the story that morning in the story. So that's going to be March 29th. In the story, I'll kind of give a time. It'll be, general time frame on when we'll be going live. So you'll get like bonus points for joining the live stream for the entry. We'll do 2 entries if you join the live. And then additional for, commenting, liking, etc. on the actual post then. That'll be afterwards. So super excited to offer this giveaway. Like I said, lots of giveaways to come. Speaking of giveaways, I'm going to do one more. This is, again, a part of the Fit Mix series, which I'm just so excited to be working with some amazing businesses on this and to be adding more lifestyle components to the podcast and everything. And again, remember, Instagram and articles on the website, linked in the Instagram bio, and we'll link in the show notes here. Behind the scenes, right? It's going to be behind the scenes footage to the podcast, to things that are happening, because I can't get everything in an episode, right? For example, if you missed out on the previous Girls Weekend, there's a whole article about Girls Weekend Brookfield, including the complete itinerary. Like, if you want to recreate that weekend for you and your girls, do it. It's in there. It is all on, like, copy paste it. Do what you will. It is yours to use, please. So, okay. This giveaway is not going to start until, I don't know yet, likely mid-April or later, but I just kind of want to do a little sneak peek. So if you're watching the video, you'll get to see it. If you're just listening, I will do my best to describe it. But I am so excited to be partnering with the Pretty Pickleball Company. Guys, let's just take a minute to pause because these paddles are stunning. First off, the packaging couldn't get any more gorgeous. The aesthetically pleasing, like, this company has it down, okay? They know branding. That's hands down. So just gorgeous box to begin with. All right. It all starts with the box. It's gonna open, the box is like a storybook cover, and it says, and this is the Royal Collection, and this is a paddle, and it's just like such fun, like puns and stuff. So this is gonna be the paddle that's going to be a part of an upcoming giveaway. Date to be determined, coming soon. And I'm also going to be partnering with a local pickleball court. That's going to be the premier pickleball club and complex that I'll be partnering with as well. Look at, first off, you get this gorgeous little card on the inside. Okay. Like, little touches. Look at this paddle. So, look at her. For those listening, you can't see her. It's in stunning foam packaging. On the inner storybook cover, it says, "Beauty on the street, beast on the court." We love that. We freaking love that. This paddle is the Snow White inspired paddle. And on the front side, it's outlined in a yellow frame, and it's got a gorgeous royal blue with the, the classic apple, Snow White apple, some gorgeous flowers, and 2 doves. Nice red handle. It's very lightweight. Like, this is an extremely lightweight paddle. And then on the back end, it has the same flowers and a nice like scroll design. And it says to-do list. Number 1, it says, take an apple from a stranger, but that's crossed off. And it says no, exclamation point. Number 2 is play pickleball. Number 3 is live happily ever after. So super cute. Very, like, I feel like there's nothing in my hand. This is an extremely lightweight paddleboard. So this is just stunning. It's a stunning collection. There's 3 paddle boards in the collection total. And I do have the other ones here, but this is the one that is going to be in the giveaway. Again, that is going to be TBD, but I kind of wanted to do a little reveal, a little early reveal, since I've been absent, if you will. And there's going to be an episode, so once the episode launches, my hoarse voice is getting in the way. Once I'm keeping that in. Once the episode launches, then the giveaway will be formally announced. And I'm super excited because the episode will feature both kind of interview with PPCC as well as with the creator of the Pretty Pickleball company. So very excited for that episode. What else is coming up? So that's coming up. There'll be the Girls Weekend episode, right? And then an episode with Kind Oasis. I'm very excited for that episode. It's going to be a little bit longer than episodes have been for this season, but it's so good. It's like such a good episode because not only do we dive into the business, but I really wanted to make sure we like took a really good educational approach to their products, and I think we did a really good job. Like I'm very proud of this episode that's going to take place. So I'm very excited for that episode to release and everything. So it was really great meeting them and talking with them and everything. And yeah. So I'm excited for that episode. And then, yeah, it was just more to come. So a lot more planned. There'll be like a line dancing episode to come, probably a little bit further down the line, no pun intended, and everything. But yeah, and as I said, I was just traveling, so I'm hoping to add some travel aspects to the podcast. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are about that. Like, I don't travel a crazy amount, like outside of Wisconsin, maybe like once to twice a year. But I think that it's a little fun. I shared on Instagram. There were some interactions. I primarily did it from my personal and then like shared to this one. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll try to leave a poll on that to get your thoughts. But I am working on like all the 50 states. The trip I just did was work related, and I hopefully have another work related one at the end of the summer. So, you know, I think that it's important to take the most of your time. So when you're not in your conference, if you're in a different city, explore it. Why not? Do all the things. Is that not the standard? So DC was a lot of fun. This is my third time that I've been there, and I'd say more of this was probably my least touristy approach to DC. I stayed at my friend's, and I mean, she was working. I was at the conference. I was taking the metro by myself. She showed me how to use it the first time to refresh my memory and everything. And yes, I took the wrong one the first day. I still made it on time to my conference though. And because it is relatively user friendly, like, especially if you use like Google Maps, it'll help you. And then I took the escalator from hell, literally. I don't like escalators, so I did not get over my fear of them, but I definitely became brave, we'll just say. I ran the National Mall, like I did a little run, a 3.6 mile run, ran up the Lincoln Memorial and down as a part of my run. That was really nice. It's on Strava. I think a lot of people save that as a Strava map. If you are on Strava, that's a super nice app for running and other sports. I'm going to put my pickleball on there when I do the pickleball, because I think it maps. My coworker says that it like maps your pickleball map, like the GPS, which is so silly it's got to be an interesting map. I'll link my Strava account So if you're on Strava, add me as a friend. There's a lot of just like fun, of course, like restaurants and bars, and it's a very different scene than Milwaukee. I appreciate their love of brunch. Like Milwaukee, can we get together and, you know, review with DC how they brunch? Because let me tell you, every place, like I looked up brunch and I said to my friend, I was like, there's so many great places for brunch. Like, and so many places had like bottomless brunch, and I'm not talking just drinks, okay? Like food, like bottomless food brunches, and or like entree plus bottomless drink would be like $40. Like that's a really good deal, you know? Or we went to this place called Ambar. It was a little bit on the pricier end. I made sure I ate and drank my money's worth. Yeah. And there's one coming to Chicago. Y'all, it's gonna be opening like any day now. Maybe not any day, at least in a month, I think. I think they're shooting for spring, because I found it on the website when I was tagging, and I was like, wait, there's one in Chicago? Chicago? God. And she's like, no, it's just DC. And I was like, I don't know, I'm seeing one. And then we looked, and sure shoot, there's one opening. So Ambar, they do unlimited brunch, lunch, and dinner. So they have that concept for all the meals, and it's like tapas style. And it's really good food. Very, very delicious. They even have like soup and eggs Benedict and like kind of like a flatbready type. Yeah, it was flatbread. Flatbready type thing. It was flatbread. There was like was it kebab? Maybe something like that. The meat pie and the cheese pie. Oh my God, so freaking good. Definitely a lot of bread, because like there was like sliders and stuff, so we got the sliders. And our server, like she was amazing, because we had originally ordered like 2 and 2 and 2, and she was like, no, I'm just sending out 1 and 1 and 1. And then she's like, did you want those second ones? And we're like, no, thank you. So she, you know, she helped us not have food waste, which appreciated, very appreciated. And then the drinks, they had like 2 tiers of drinks. So they had like the one version of unlimited drinks and the other version of unlimited drinks, which we did go for the premium simply because it like included the coffee and tea, but also the mocktails. And I started off with this carrot ginger mocktail that just, it was healthy, okay? I started off healthy, and it tasted healthy, but like in a good way healthy. Like it was a very juice drink, and it was made so cute. And then went for, you know, like a hibiscus mango mimosa, and then a kiwi gin cocktail, and then ended it with some black tea. But, you know, so I had 4 drinks for like, I think the premium drink package was like 22 something. So amazing deal. 4 drinks for that price. Like, girl math it. Let's girl math this situation. Okay? And it was cute in there. It was very aesthetically pleasing. I think that's my word for this podcast episode, aesthetically pleasing. That's 2 words, but you know, phrase. It's my phrase. So, but yeah, it was good. And you know, like there's so many things, like the zoo. Like I just popped into the zoo for, I don't know, like a half an hour just to see the panda. Because why not? It was a half a mile from the conference. Conference ended at 3 p.m. on Sunday, because I did this extra like boot camp workshop. And why not go to the zoo? It's free. Boop, 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 boop on your phone, get your little free pass, because you do have to, for the Smithsonian Zoo now, ever since COVID, fun fact, you have to get a free pass. And just walked in the zoo, kept my headphones on, saw the panda, called it a day. I don't know. It was fun. And now my throat hurts and my voice hurts, and it's fine. Oh, and they have a place kind of like Mad Planet, but not at the same time. It's called Wonderland. I feel like the dancing space is the same size as my living room, honestly. It was an experience. We're just gonna It was fun and dancy, and then it was an experience. And then we went to another place that I didn't care for, so we didn't even go in. And then I saw a rat running on the street. But apparently that's normal in DC. Okay, so it's their squirrel. And then we went to this place called Chicken and Whiskey that the one location has a hidden, not really hidden, like speakeasy, but not a speakeasy. Everybody knows about it. Kind of dance bar in the back. And that was fun. And there was this one bartender, I don't know his name, older gentleman, giving off like Harley Rider vibes. Honestly, like, yeah, that's how I'm gonna describe him. Had his bandana on and stuff, and he was a hoot. He was a riot. Like, seriously, like, best bartender ever, because dude was like vibing, okay? Like, that's the kind of bartender like everybody needs, because he was like making drinks and stuff, and like getting the orders like very well and everything, but he's also like dancing behind the bar and just like having the time of his life to the music, which was amazing. And then he also was bringing out the bubble gun and making bubbles happen. But he was just like having such a good time. But it was a good time. And I said I needed to sleep for 6 days after my 6-day trip. And basically I slept all day Saturday, literally. I clocked out of work at, like 4:30 p.m. on Friday, and basically made dinner and went to bed, because I'm no longer in my 20s and that crap catches up to you. Plus, in all honesty, if I didn't get the allergy sick, I think I would have been better off. But that kind of like kicked my butt. So, and I have continued to rest the rest of this weekend. Mine is going to Woodman's this afternoon. Now when you're listening to this on Sunday. So with further ado, this episode has come to its end. So I hope you enjoyed the end of the episode rambles. But like I said, a lot of exciting things to come. That was my little one-of-a-kind travels debrief. Hoping to have a little bit more of those throughout the year. 1 or 2, because like I said, not a lot of travels outside of Wisconsin. But yeah, until next time.